so sorry. That was just me rocking out to all of the music that I can't play you because it's copyrighted. Capitalism really do be stealing my fun. Leanne and welcome back to a brand new video. In today's video I'm bringing you something that I haven't brought you in a really long while. No, it's not my patented cable management system, nor is it how to make cat accessories aesthetic. It is in fact a readathon. That's right guys, in just over 2 weeks time I am going to be co-hosting the summer mixtape readathon. Joining me in this venture of sunshine and absolute hilarity will be the ever lovely Victoria from What Victoria Read, Charlotte from Books and Bargains, and Jean from Jean Bookish Thoughts. Quite a motley crew I have formed around myself. I personally feel like this party would be very safe, protected and loud. And you know there is the weird obsession that we all have with cats. What we don't have going for us, however, is that very recently we have all gone through a very long and protracted period of stress, and so we sat down and were like, how will we relieve this? How do we get ourselves into the summer mood? And then we all said, don't really know how to do that, so let's just add more stress by doing a readathon. I'm only kidding, we are all very excited. But before we get into all of the nitty gritty, I would first like to thank the sponsors of today's video, Ana Luisa. Right now Ana Luisa have got their blockbuster summer sale on. It runs all the way to the 27th of July. Ana Luisa make absolutely stunning carbon neutral jewellery, meaning the whole production process is completely sustainable, which means you get to enjoy your bling while also enjoying, you know, oxygen and a clean planet. So if you would like to make your summer extra special and glitzy, check out my link down below in the description box to Ana Luisa. It will get you a cheeky little discount in shopping via my link. It helps to support my channel, so it is a win-win. And now back to the readathon. The readathon is going to be running from the 1st to the 14th of August. That gives you two, why do I do this? That is still 4. That gives you 2 entire weeks to enjoy your summer sunshine and all of your summer bookie books. And I have a strong suspicion that many of you are going to be enjoying a lot of bookie books during this readathon because the prompts are super fun. As the title may suggest, one of the things that made us think about summer the most was all of our classic summer tunes. Some of these songs will be very particular to British summertime because 2 of us are in Scotland, 2 of us are in England. We have a very similar summer holiday experience. However, there should be something in here for everyone. Except, you know, we're all going on a summer holiday by Cliff Richard. Because bitch, I vetoed that. I used my cancelling power and I said no. Those traumatic childhood memories can stay in my traumatic childhood. Thank you. And to top off the fun reading prompts that we also have some non-reading prompts. Because summer is about relaxing and kicking back and soaking in that vitamin D, and nobody wants to be stressed trying to finish 24 books for the end of a readathon. So here is our wonderful prompt bingo board that you can fill in during the readathon. You will find links to this down below, ones that suit both your Instagram grid and also your stories and some other formats of social media. And knowing me, there's probably a couple of larger versions that you can print out for your journals, because I know you all are journaling freaks. I mean, let's face it, I would also be a reading journal freak, except I have the ADHD attention span of a tadpole. So let's go through them together and give you some summertime inspiration. First up, we've got Here Comes the Sun, and I'll give you a second to do the in your head. Got it out your system? Cool. This prompt is read a book with nature on the cover. When we were thinking about the prompts, we were going to be like, yeah, read a book with sun on the cover, and then I went and looked at my bookshelves and there were this many books with suns on the cover. And thinking that might be a little bit too specific, we went with nature. Outside. Read a book with the outside on the cover. Whether that is a sun, whether it's a sea, whether it's a cliff, whether it's waves. I don't know any other kind of nature. If it's anything outside, it fits for the prompt. Next up, because we all do live in the UK, we have Blame It On The Weatherman, which all of us grew up with our mammies doing when they planned to take us outside to let us run off energy, and then discovered that all week it was going to pour down with rain, because that's a British summertime for you guys. As a little tribute to our poor frustrated mammies, we have read an unseasonal book. This can of course mean read something where it's not sunny, or if you're particularly clever, find a book where it should be sunny and it is not. Or this could literally just mean read a book that is unseasonable for you. I mean, you guys in Australia, you're having winter time right now. Maybe you are longing for a summer book. Maybe that's unseasonable for your climate. Whatever you would like to do for this prompt, read something that is unseasonable and suits your TBR. Next up, we have Cake by the Ocean, coming right in there hot with the controversial summer songs. Our initial thought for this one went very much in one direction, and then we had to reel it back. We reeled it back and we split it. This is a split prompt. The song Cake by the Ocean has a few different connotations. We're going to choose two because we want to stay monetized on this channel. So your first option is to read a book featuring food. Let's take it very literally. Let's just think about cake. Read a book that features food. Now, this doesn't have to be the chocolate shop on the Ocean Boulevard twice removed on Little Lane if you do not want it to be. I know some of you guys really love those contemporary books, so that's going to fit perfectly for you. And it doesn't have to be a book in which food is the primary motivating plot. You can have food in the cover, you can have food in the title, you can have the word eat in the title. As long as we can vaguely relate it back to food, it's all yours. And hey, if you read a little bit slower and you want to make this one a non-book prompt, then maybe you can read your favourite cookbook and find a new recipe in it. The second option for this prompt is to read a spicy book. Read a book with a little something something in it, if you know what I mean. Or, you know, like Lustful Fade to Black, whatever is your particular jam. Read one of those books. Who knows which camp I'll fall into? Maybe I'll be an overachiever and I'll find a book that features food and spice. Maybe I'll read them both together. Such a rebel. Next up for prompt 4, our second last actual book prompt, we have We're Going To Ibiza. If you did not sing that song in your head when you heard the title of it, then you have no soul. Or you don't know the song, in which case look it up immediately, it's a banger. For this one, we are simply asking you to read a book which is set in another country from the one that you live in. Whether you're reading a book about actually travelling to another country, or maybe going on a summer vacation, or whether you're simply choosing a book that is actually just set in another country about somebody else's experience, any of those are all totally fine. And again, if you don't want this to be a fiction prompt, you could always read a travel memoir or a guidebook to somewhere that you would like to go in the future. This readathon is all about the chills and the cocktails, or the mocktails if you're like me. It's all about making it easy for you to have fun reading fun books. So technically rule 1 of the Mixtape Readathon is that we don't stress about the Mixtape Readathon. And finally, prompt number 5, our last reading prompt, is simply mixtape. You can choose one of two things for this prompt. You can either use it as free choice and choose a book that you want to read just because you want to read it, something that's on your TBR that's calling your name that you want to read during the Mixtape Readathon. Maybe like a thriller or a true crime or a space opera, something that you would take on holiday with you and read by the pool, and in some cases you don't leave by the pool. Or you can find your own favourite summer bop and you can read a book based on the title of that. So if you really want We're All Going on a Summer Holiday, now's your time to inject it into the readathon. Just don't tell me about it, I do not wish to be triggered. And now on to our non-reading prompts. They have been strategically placed around our board to make it easier for you to get a bingo. We want that sense of accomplishment without the strain of rushing to finish all of the books in 2 weeks. The first of these prompts is simply summertime. Read a book in a sunny spot and capture your setup. If you are able to go outside, then head on out there, but if you would prefer to curl up in a cosy chair next to a summery window with your beverage of choice, some of your favourite readathon books, maybe throw on a cat for the vibes, you do that. And how you capture it is entirely up to you. You can take a picture for Instagram. Our Instagram for the readathon is here and will be linked down below. You could take a picture and post it on Twitter. We also have a Twitter for the readathon if you partake. Charlotte and I do not, so we'll be seeing you over on Instagram, but Victoria and Jean will definitely catch up with you on Twitter. Or maybe you want to put it in a vlog that you're doing of the readathon. However you want to capture it, we're good with that. For number 7, we have the Seaside. And what do you do next to the seaside? You relax. We simply want you for number 7 to take some self-care time. whatever that means for you, whether that's logging off, putting your phone in another room and just thinking about yourself, or whether it's like me, just making a cup of tea and going and standing in the back garden with no noise and drinking the whole thing while it's still actually hot, or whether that means going for an elaborate book bath with candles and face masks. However you do your self-care, we want you to do some of it now because we care about you. Next up, we have the Summer of 69. For this prompt, you have two options. You can either share a summer memory that you have particularly enjoyed, or you can tell us about your ideal summer vacation. And again, how you share that with us is entirely up to you. Do you have you with a bucket and a spade and a really ugly swimsuit that your mum put you in? Do you have a picture of that? Put that on your Instagram. Do it. Have you been collecting a mood board of travel pictures of somewhere that you want to go? Share that with us. However you want to, link us on our socials, put it on your grids, slap it in your vlogs. Make sure that you have fun, because if you do share childhood photos, we will be laughing. Don't worry, I'll also be sharing mine, I've been told. And finally, we have summer nights, and this is the one that you can drag your family in and involve them in. Watch your favourite summer movie, maybe a movie that you really associate with your childhood, or maybe one of those real cheesy rom-coms that has somebody going on holiday and finding the love of their life. Or if none of those are your jam, watch a movie that is set in a genuinely warm place. Even if that is the surface of an alien planet, as long as it's warm, it counts. During the readathon there will also be a whole host of fun things for you to take part in. We are going to be holding some reading sprints on various different channels, but there'll definitely be one to kick off the readathon. I don't have any of the dates and times at the time of filming this, but they will either be here on the screen or down below in the description box by the time you're seeing this video. During the readathon we will be very active on Instagram and Twitter. We will be reposting anything that you tag us in, so make sure to use the hashtag that is on the screen right now. Yes, I have put it on the screen because I can't remember it off the top of my head. Don't judge me. We are so excited to read along with you guys. We will have some recommendation videos and our TBRs coming out in the next couple of weeks. If you're planning on joining in the readathon, then please let us know down in the comments below. All of my wonderful co-hosts will be linked down in the description. You can also go and check out their announcement videos. Do you have some initial instincts of books that you are going to pick? Tell me about them down below. Do you have any really embarrassing summer memories? I also want to hear about them down below. Don't forget to check out my link below in the description for Anna Louisa if you would like to get yourself some summer jewels. If you're new here, please consider subscribing, and if you have enjoyed this video, please hit that thumbs up because it really does help my channel. And I will see you all very soon. Goodbye! Why is it neither readathon week nor sunshine time? Scotland, can we cooperate here? Just for like a couple of days. That's all I'm asking.